Hello friends, welcome to Global Online. In this video, we are going to discuss some important current affairs MCQs for your upcoming UGC NET paper 1. So if you are preparing for UGC NET paper 1, you need to go through these current affairs MCQs. Hello friends, Global Online is providing quick revision PDF for UGC NTA NET paper 1 preparation. Here you will get 2000 plus updated current affairs MCQs. You will get short notes on all the units. You will get previous year questions. Most repeated questions are also included here. And if you want to join for this, you can contact the given numbers. You can also download Global Online app from the Play Store. And we are also providing material for paper 2 preparation. For this also you can contact the given numbers or you can download the Global Online app from the Play Store. First question is, where is the Institute of Mathematical Sciences located? Here you can see the picture of Institute of Mathematical Science. It is located in option A Mumbai, option B Mysuru, option C Chennai, option D Panaji. Yes, Institute of Mathematical Science, it is located in Chennai. So option C is the right answer. You must remember the Institute of Mathematical Science, it is a research institute. It is located in Chennai and it was founded by Alladi Ramakrishnan, and this institution was founded in the year of 1962. This information you must remember. And since inception, members of the institute have engaged in research activities. Question number 2. Which institution releases the annual status of education report ASER? Option A Niti Aayog, option B Pratham, option C Oxfam International, option D UNICEF. Yes, here the right answer is Pratham. Is the annual status of education report ASER 2022 has released by NGO Pratham. Yes, according to this report, student enrollments increased to more than the pre-pandemic level. Question number 3. Which union ministry launched the statement on climate of India during 2022 report? Option A Ministry of Earth Science, option B Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, option C Ministry of Power, option D Ministry of Home Affairs. Yes, here the correct answer is option A Ministry of Earth Science. Yes, very important questions from the unit People and Environment. Yes, Indian Meteorological Department IMD under the Ministry of Earth Science released the statement on climate change of India during 2022 report. So this year 2022 was the 5th warmest year according to, on record since nationwide records commenced in 1901. Yes, this you must remember. Year 2022 was the 5th warmest year. Question number 4. What is the outlay of the National Green Hydrogen Mission? Option A rupees 1000 crore, option B rupees 2000 crore, option C rupees 10,000 crore, option D rupees 20,000 crore. Yes, here the right answer is option D 20,000 crore. The cabinet has cleared India's National Green Hydrogen Mission, which aims to make the country a global green hydrogen hub. Yes, making the country global green hydrogen hub. It is the main aim of the National Green Hydrogen Mission, and the outlay was 20,000 crore. Question number 5. What is India's rank in the Carbon Disclosure Project India Annual Report? Option A 5th, option B 6th, option C 7th, option D 8th. Yes, here the right answer is option A 5th. India's rank in Carbon Disclosure Project is 5th. Carbon Disclosure Project India, it is an environmental non-profit organization, released its annual report in 2018 and the title was Corporate Step Up Climate Action. And according to this report, 25 companies committed to science-based target in alignment with the Paris Agreement by 2018, and this has earned the 5th rank to India after US, Japan, Britain and France. Question number 6. Which IIT institute will start Vastu Shastra classes for architecture students? Option A IIT Kharagpur, option B IIT Bombay, option C IIT Madras, option D IIT Indore. Yes, here the right answer is option A IIT Kharagpur. IIT Kharagpur, India's oldest and largest Indian institute of technology.
IIT Kharagpur, it has started Vastu Shastra classes for architecture students in August 2017, and the purpose of this initiative is to explore India's ancient roots in Vastu Shastra, and it was introduced to undergraduate students. Question number 7. When is the Sustainable Gastronomy Day observed every year by the United Nations? Option A June 5, option B June 10, option C June 18, option D June 26. Yes, here the right answer is option D, option C June 18. Every year 18th June is observed as the Sustainable Gastronomy Day by United Nations, and this day was first adopted by UN in the year 2016. Yes, you must remember this. And gastronomy refers to local food and cuisine. The United Nations defines sustainable gastronomy as cuisine that takes into account where the ingredients are from and how the food is grown and how it gets to our markets, eventually to our plates. Question number 8. What is the theme of the India Water Week 2022? Option A Water Security for Sustainable Development and Equity. Option B Water Inclusion. Option C Sustainable Water Usage. Option D Water Sources and Security. The theme of India Water Week 2022 is Water Security for Sustainable Development and Equity. President Draupadi Murmu inaugurated the 7th edition of India Water Week at India Expo Center in Greater Noida, and the 7th India Water Week will be celebrated from 1st to 5th November. The theme was Water Security for Sustainable Development and Equity. Question number 9. Which Union Ministry conducted the Mother Tongue Survey of India MTSI? Option A Ministry of Education, option B Ministry of Home Affairs, option C Ministry of Culture, option D Ministry of External Affairs. Here the right answer is option B Ministry of Home Affairs. The Ministry of Home Affairs has completed the Mother Tongue Survey of India with field videography of 576 languages. So here option B Ministry of Home Affairs is the right answer, because it is going to conduct Mother Tongue Survey. So MHA Mother Tongue Survey of 576 languages, a web archive at the National Informatics Center to preserve the original flavor of every mother tongue. As per this analysis, as per the analysis of 2011 linguistic census data, in 2018 over 19,500 languages are spoken in India as mother tongue. Question number 10. Which Union Ministry presents the National Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar 2010, 2021, 2022? Option A Ministry of Jal Shakti, option B Ministry of Education, option C Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, option D Ministry of Women and Child Development. Yes, here the right answer is option B Ministry of Education. It presents National Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar 2021-22. The Ministry of Education announced that 39 schools from across the nation have received the Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar for the year 2021-22 academic year. So you must remember this. Of 8.23 lakh entries, 28 government schools and aided institutions and 11 private schools were chosen. And schools are evaluated for the award based on six criteria. One is hand washing with soap and toilets, operation and maintenance, behavioral change and water. Question number 11. What is the theme of the World Teachers Day 2022? Option A Teaching Importance of Sustainability, option B Teaching Equality, option C The Change of Education Begins with Teachers, option D Leaving No One Behind. The theme of World Teachers Day 2022 was The Change of Education Begins with Teachers. So you as teachers we all remember this. October 5 is celebrated as World Teachers Day. It is observed to express gratitude to the teachers. The theme for World Teachers Day 2022 is The Change of Education Begins with Teachers. In 1994, UNESCO proclaimed October 5 as World Teachers Day. Question number 12. Which country is the host of the 12th World Hindi Conference? Option A Italy, option B Germany, option C UK, option D PG. Yes, here the right answer is option D, PG is the correct answer. Yes, question number 13. What is the GDP forecast for 2022-23 for India as per the World Bank India Development Update? Option A 8.1%, option B 7.5%, option C 7.2%, option D 6.9%. Yes, here the right answer is option D 6.9%. World Bank raised its gross domestic product growth forecast for India during the current financial year to 6.9% from 6.5%. Question number 14. Which institution released the report titled Preventing Injuries and Violence, an Overview? Option A UNICEF, option B WHO, option C UNESCO, option D UN Women. Yes, here the correct answer is option B WHO, World Health Organization. The World Health Organization released a new report titled Preventing Injuries and Violence, an Overview. And this report is going to say that injuries and violence cause about 12,000 deaths around the world each day. And preventing injuries and violence, this report has also highlighted the need for scaling up efforts for prevention of injury related deaths, which account for 1 in 12 deaths worldwide. And road traffic injuries, homicide, suicide were listed among the top 5 causes for death. Question number 15. Raitu Bandhu is a flagship scheme of which Indian state or union territory? Option A Kerala, option B Telangana, option C Karnataka, option D Odisha. Yes, here the right answer is option B Telangana. Raitu Bandhu, it is a flagship scheme of Telangana. Yes, Raitu Bandhu scheme, it is being implemented by the state of Telangana. The government offers crop investment to farmers through this program at rate of 10,000 per acre for both Kharif and Rabi seasons. The state government is also depositing 7,600 crore in the bank accounts of farmers by January this year. What is the full form of FYUP that was released recently by the University Grant Commission? Yes, the UGC has released FYUP recently. What is the full form of this FYUP? Option A foreign year under program, option B 4-year undergraduate program, option C 4-year universal program, option D 4-year undergraduate performance. Yes, when it comes to FYUP, it stands for 4-year undergraduate program. So option B is the right answer. Very easy question. 4-year undergraduate program was released recently by the University Grant Commission. This new framework is in line with the new education policy, that is NEP 2020, and it has recommended 4-year undergraduate degrees with multiple entry and exit. Means you can enter, and also after completion of 1 year you can exit from the degree, and again you can enter whenever you want. So in this way, for every year the different certificate will be issued to you. So this is about NEP 2020 4-year undergraduate program. This is called FYUP. This is released by the UGC. Now let us move to the question number 2. Which institution released a report titled Carbon Capture, Utilization and Storage Policy Framework? Option A ISRO, option B DRDO, option C Niti Aayog, option D Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Friends, very important question from the unit People, Development and Environment, and here the right answer will be option C Niti Aayog is the right answer. Yes, please remember these questions are very helpful from the unit People and Environment. Every year we get many current affairs questions related to people, development and environment. So here the right answer will be option C Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog released a study report which is titled as Carbon Capture, Utilization and Storage Policy Framework and its deployment mechanism in India. And this report is going to explore the importance of carbon capture, utilization and also storage as an emission reduction strategy. And then here the main aim is to achieve the deep decarbonization, and this report is going to outline broad level policy interventions needed across various sectors for its application. So this is about the report carbon capture, utilization and storage policy framework. Now let us move to the question number 3. On which International Day for Biological Diversity 2022 was celebrated? So when we are going to celebrate the International Day for Biological Diversity? Option A 22 May 2022, option B 22 June 2022, option C 15 December 2022, option D 22 August 2022. So we celebrated International Day for Biological Diversity on 22nd May 2022. So option A is the right answer. So the United Nations has proclaimed May 22 the International Day for Biological Diversity. So here the main aim of this celebrating the International Day for Biological Diversity is to increase the understanding and awareness of the biodiversity issues. And in 2022 he celebrated International Day for Biological Diversity on May 22nd, and the theme of 2022 was building a shared future for all life. So a very important question, you must remember this. The aim of 2022 International Day for Biological Diversity was building a shared future for all life. Now let us move to the question number 4. The Ratle hydroelectric project is being constructed in which state or union territory? Option A Arunachal Pradesh, option B Jammu and Kashmir, option C Sikkim, option D Assam. Yes, here the right answer is option B Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, the Ratle hydroelectric project, it is a project under construction on Chenab River in Union Territory of Jammu Kashmir. In 2021, the Union Cabinet gave its approval for the investment of rupees 5281.94 crore for 850 megawatt for Ratle hydroelectric project. Question number 5. Which public sector unit has partnered with GE Gas Power to demonstrate hydrogen co-firing blended with natural gas? Option A ONGC, option B GAIL, option C NTPC, option D BPCL. Yes, here the right answer is option C NTPC is the right answer. Yes, NTPC and GE Gas Power signed Memorandum of Understanding for feasibility to demonstrate hydrogen co-firing blended with natural gas. The demonstration will be undertaken in GE's 9E gas turbines installed at NTPC's Kawat combined cycle gas power plant in Gujarat. Yes, please remember the two companies will jointly explore the pathways to reduce CO2 emissions. Question number 6. Which state or union territory announced its mental health and social care policy? Option A Telangana, option B Meghalaya, option C Odisha, option D Punjab. Yes, here the right answer will be option B Meghalaya is the right answer. Yes, on the World Mental Health Day, Meghalaya announced the state draft mental health policy named Meghalaya Mental Health and Social Care Policy. And this is the first of its kind draft in the state, and it will focus on holistic promotion of mental health. The main objective of this policy is to provide universal access to mental health care by enhancing understanding of mental health. Question number 7. What is the theme of the World Food Day 2022? Option A Food and Nutrition, option B Leave No One Behind, option C Sustainable Food Options, option D Food and Coexistence. Yes, here the theme of World Food Day 2022 was Leave No One Behind. Yes, here the right answer will be option B. World Food Day, it is observed annually on 16 October to highlight the need for regular access to nutritious food. The day is led by the Food and Agriculture Organization. Yes, this you must remember. The World Food Day, it is led by Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. And the theme of 2022 was Leave No One Behind. Question number 8. As per the Climate Transparency Report 2022, which country was the most affected by income losses from heat-related labor capacity reduction? Option A Indonesia, option B Saudi Arabia, option C India, option D UAE. Yes, here the right answer is option C India is the correct answer. Yes, the Climate Transparency Report 2022 was released by a partnership of climate analysis organizations in G20 countries. And as per the report, countries most affected by income losses in these sectors were India, that is 5.4% of GDP. Then comes Indonesia, that is 1.6% of GDP. Then Saudi Arabia, 1% of GDP. Question number 9. Which institution released the World Energy Outlook report? Option A WEF, option B IEA, option C IMF, option D UNEP. Yes, the World Energy Outlook report, it is released by IEA. Option B is the right answer. IEA stands for International Energy Agency. The World Energy Outlook Report 2022, it was released by International Energy Agency. As per this report, India's energy requirements are increasing and will peak in the coming decade. Question number 10. India recently signed a MOU with which country on biodiversity conservation? Option A Japan, option B Nepal, option C Sri Lanka, option D Australia. Yes, here the right answer will be option B Nepal. Yes, India recently signed an MOU with Nepal on biodiversity conservation. So India has recently approved an MOU with the government of Nepal on biodiversity conservation as proposed by the Ministry of Environment. The MOU aims to strengthen cooperation in the field of forest, biodiversity conservation and also climate change. Question number 11. What is the name of the hydrogen that is produced from a carbon pre-nuclear power? Option A green hydrogen, option B white hydrogen, option C pink hydrogen, option D orange hydrogen. Yes, here the right answer is option C pink hydrogen is the right answer. This pink hydrogen, it is produced from carbon pre-nuclear power. The carbon pre-hydrogen produced from a carbon pre-nuclear power, it is referred as pink hydrogen. Yes, please remember, very important questions from the unit people and environment. And pink hydrogen can also be manufactured via electrolysis, where the electricity is supplied by nuclear power plants. And the manufactured green hydrogen, where electrolyzers are supplied by and electricity is supplied by a wind or solar farm. So this information you must remember related to pink hydrogen. Question number 12. Shunya campaign, which was seen in the news, is aimed at which process? Option A reduce air pollution by banning crackers, option B reduce air pollution by using EVs, option C promote rainwater harvesting, option D promote afforestation. Yes, here the right answer is option B reduce air pollution by using EVs. Yes, Shunya, it is an awareness campaign to reduce air pollution by promoting the use of electrical vehicles. Yes, during the event, the National Program on Advanced Chemistry Cell Energy Storage Report was also launched. Question number 13. When is the International Day for the Preservation of Ozone Layer? Option A September 10, option B September 12, option C September 14, option D September 16. So the International Day for the Preservation of Ozone Layer, it is celebrated on September 16. Yes, World Ozone Day or International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer, it is celebrated every year on 16 September. The day is observed to create awareness about the harmful effects of ozone layer depletion. This year the theme was Global Cooperation to Protect Life on Earth. The first ever Ozone Day was celebrated on 16 September 1995. Question number 14. Which Union Ministry awards the National Service Scheme Award? Option A Ministry of Defence, option B Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, option C Ministry of Education, option D Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Yes, here the right answer is option B Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Yes, President Draupadi Murmu conferred the National Service Scheme NSS Award for the year 2020-21 at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Department of Youth Affairs of the Ministry of Youth, the Department of Youth Affairs of the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports confers every year the National Service Scheme Award. A total 42 awards were given to two universities, 10 NSS units, their program officers, and also 30 NSS volunteers. Question number 15. In which state world's largest floating solar power plant is said to be built? Option A Rajasthan, option B Madhya Pradesh, option C Gujarat, option D Bihar. Yes, here the right answer is option B Madhya Pradesh. World largest floating solar power plant is set up in Madhya Pradesh. As per the recent announcement of Renewable Energy Ministry, world's largest floating solar power plant is going to be built in Madhya Pradesh. The plant is expected to generate 600 megawatt power by 2022-23 and estimated to be the worth over 3000 crores. And at present, India's largest floating solar power plant is operational at Ramagundam in Telangana, and it is operating by NTPC. Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav has cleared Ranipur Tiger Reserve as the Dash Tiger Reserve of India. Option A 52nd, option B 53rd, option C 54th, option D 55th. Yes, here the right answer is the Ranipur Tiger Reserve. It is the 53rd Tiger Reserve of India. So option B is the right answer. Please remember it. The Tiger Reserve, the Ranipur Tiger Reserve, it is in Uttar Pradesh, and it is the 53rd Tiger Reserve of India. Question number 2. Which country has introduced new emission standards for new and repowered fossil fuel fired power generation units in 2023? Option A UAE, option B Singapore, option C Malaysia, option D Israel. Yes, here the right answer will be option B. Singapore is the correct answer. Yes, Singapore's energy regulator introduced new emission standards for new and repowered fossil fuel fired power generation units in 2023. And this measure is going to follow Singapore's plans to reduce the emission target for 2030 to 60 million tons of carbon dioxide. It's very important question from the unit People and Environment. Question number 3. Which country is the host of the International Solar Alliance 5th Assembly in October 2022? Option A Bangladesh, option B India, option C Nepal, option D Thailand. Yes, here the right answer is option B. India is the correct answer. Yes, on the slide lines of the 5th ISA Assembly, the International Solar Alliance, in collaboration with the Asian Development Bank and also the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, the Government of India will host high-level conference on new technologies for clean energy transition on 19th October 2022 in New Delhi. So here the right answer will be option B India. So India was the host of the International Solar Alliance 5th Assembly in 2022. Question number 4. Which union ministry would monitor digital news portals, online films and content providers? Option A Ministry of Communication, option B Ministry of Home Affairs, option C Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, option D Ministry of Culture. Yes, here the right answer is option C Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. As per the recent announcement of the central government, digital or online media, films and audio-visual programs, news, current affairs content would be brought under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. And presently there is no any autonomous body to govern the digital content. The president is said to have signed the order. So it is under Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Question number 5. India's first center for wetland conservation and management has been set up in which Indian city? Option A Cochin, option B Chennai, option C Visakhapatnam, option D Guwahati. Yes, here the right answer is option B Chennai is the correct answer. Yes, India's first Center for Wetland Conservation and Management has been set up in Chennai. The main aim of this center is strengthen research for conservation and management of the wetland, and this has been set up as part of the National Center for Sustainable Coastal Management. Yes, please remember NCSCM. It stands for National Center for Sustainable Coastal Management, Chennai. The center would also serve as a knowledge hub and also facilitate exchanges between state wetland authorities. Question number 6. The Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying has signed a MOU with which international organization to improve India's livestock sector? Option A, UNESCO. Option B, IFPD. Option C, FAO. Option D, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Yes, here the right answer is option D is the correct answer. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The government of India's Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, it has signed a memorandum of understanding with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to improve the livestock sector and also to support the National Food Security Mission. And the foundation will provide technical assistance for new technologies and also to implement the best practices in the livestock sector. Question number 7. Which Indian company has joined hands with Africa 50 investment platform to develop Kenya transmission project? Option A, ONGC. Option B, Power Grid Corporation. Option C, Power Finance Corporation. Option C, Rural Electrification Corporation. Yes, here the right answer is option B, Power Grid Corporation is the correct answer. Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, it has signed a joint development agreement with Africa 50 to continue to develop the Kenya transmission project on a public-private partnership basis. And Africa 50, it is a pan-African infrastructure investment platform, and after the completion the project will be the first independent power transmission in Kenya. Question number 8. What is the theme of All India Annual State Ministers Conference on Water? Option A, Bharat Amrit Kal. Option B, Water Vision at 2047. Option C, Amrit Pani at 2047. Option D, Sustainable Water. The right answer will be option B, Water Vision at 2047. The Union Jal Shakti Ministry is organizing a national conference on the theme of Water Vision 2047 in Bhopal during 5 to 6 January. And addressing the conference, PM Modi said that Water Vision at 2047, it is an important dimension of the journey of Amrit Kal for next 25 years. Yes, please remember all these questions are very important from the unit People and Environment. Question number 9. Which Indian state presented child budget as part of the annual state budget? Option A, Kerala. Option B, Chhattisgarh. Option C, Madhya Pradesh. Option D, Rajasthan. Yes, here the right answer is option C, Madhya Pradesh is the correct answer. Yes, Madhya Pradesh presented rupees 2.79 lakh crore budget for the year 2022-23 in the assembly, and for the first time Madhya Pradesh government has presented a child budget as part of the annual financial plan. The budget allotted 57,800 crore for 220 schemes under 17 departments including education targeted at children aged under 18. Question number 10. Digital India startup hubs are inaugurated under which union ministry? Option A, Ministry of Electronics and IT. Option B, Ministry of Power. Option C, Ministry of Communication. Option D, Ministry of Science and Technology. Yes, here the right answer is option A, Ministry of Electronics and IT. Yes, the Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, inaugurated Digital India Startup Hub at the Software Technology Parks of India in Karnataka. So here the right answer is option A, Digital India Startup Hubs are inaugurated under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Question number 11. Which organization has launched gluten-free millet products at Ahar Food Fair? Option A, NABARD. Option B, APEDA. Option C, FICCI. Option D, Niti Aayog. The right answer is option B, APEDA. Yes, you need to remember the full form also, very important question. APEDA stands for Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, and it has launched a variety of millet products for all age groups at affordable prices at the Hahar Food Fair in New Delhi. And as per the Commerce and Industry Ministry, all the millet products launched by APEDA are gluten free, 100% natural and patented. And the 36th edition of HAR was jointly organized by APEDA and the India Trade Promotion Organization. Question number 12. The statue of warrior Veer Durgadas Rathore was recently unveiled in which state? Option A Maharashtra, option B Gujarat, option C Rajasthan, option D Punjab. The right answer is option C, Rajasthan is the correct answer. The Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh unveiled the statue of warrior Veer Durgadas Rathore in Jodhpur in Rajasthan. And Durgadas Rathore was the Rathore Rajput general of Kingdom of Marwar, and he commanded the Rathore forces during the Rajput War, and he played a key role in the Rajput rebellion. Question number 13. Department of Science and Technology recently approved a startup loan for commercializing which product? Option A mud bridge, option B compostable plastic, option C salt water converter, option D prosthetic limbs. The right answer is option B compostable plastic. Union Minister for Science and Technology Dr. Jitendra Singh approved a startup loan for rupees 1.15 crores to a bioplastics firm for commercializing compostable plastic. And this project has received seed funding under Nidhi Prayas, Niti Aayog and also UNIDO for prototype development. Question number 14. What is the theme of the India International Science Festival? Option A Marching Towards Amrit Kal with Science, Technology and Innovation. Option B Innovation for Sustainable Development. Option C Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Option D Bharat Vigyan. The right answer is option A Marching Towards Amrit Kal with Science, Technology and Innovation. India International Science Festival is being held in Bhopal with the theme of Marching Towards Amrit Kal with Science, Technology and Innovation. International Science Film Festival of India was organized as a part of the India International Science Festival, and 9 Indian science movies received awards. Question number 15. National Milk Day is observed to commemorate the birth anniversary of which personality? Option A MS Swaminathan, option B Dr. Varghese Kurian, option C Charan Singh, option D Morarji Desai. The right answer is option B Dr. Varghese Kurian. The Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying is celebrating National Milk Day to commemorate 101st birth anniversary of the father of White Revolution, Dr. Varghese Kurian. Which bloc has agreed to create Open International Climate Club? Option 1 BIMSTEC, option B G7, option C European Union, option D G20. Yes, here the right answer is option B G7 is the right answer. G7 group has created Open International Climate Club. And also friends, you can comment the full form of BIMSTEC, and you can also comment which countries will come under G20 group. Yes, the group of G7. G7 includes Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the UK and the US. And they have announced goals of an open and cooperative international climate club towards establishing it by the end of 2022. Question number 2. Which institution has launched a portal named Pariksha Sangam? Option A UGC, option B CBSE, option C NTA, option D IGNOU. Here the right answer is option B is the correct answer. CBSE has launched a portal named Pariksha Sangam. The Central Board of Secondary Education, it has launched a new portal. The name of the portal is Pariksha Sangam, and this portal is going to act as a one-stop destination for all the exam related activities, and it also include term results and many more. Question number 3. As per the World Population Prospect 2022 report, India is projected to surpass China as the world's most populous country in which year? Option A 2023, option B 2024, option C 2026, option D 2030. Here the right answer is option A 2023 is the correct answer. India is set to become the world's most populous country by the end of the decade, overtaking China. India's population is set to rise to 1.5 billion in 2030. Question number 4. Which is the nodal agency of Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission? Option A ICMR, option B AIIMS, option C NHA, option D Niti Aayog. Here the correct answer is option C, NHA is the right answer. The National Health Authority, under its flagship scheme Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, has launched a public dashboard, and this dashboard is going to display detailed information on Ayushman Bharat health account numbers, healthcare professionals, then health facility registry. Question number 5. What is the target of what is the target of India in reducing carbon intensity by 2030? Option A 20%, option B 35%, option C 45%, option D 50%. Here the right answer is option C, 45% is the right answer. To keep global warming to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius, has called in the Paris Agreement, emissions need to be reduced by 45% by 2030 and reach net zero by 2050. Yes, these two information you need to remember. Question number 6. Which Indian initiative has been recognized by the Conference of Parties to the Convention on Biodiversity? Option A Swachh Bharat Mission, option B Namami Gange, option C National Mission for Green India, option D Global Water Project. Here the correct answer is option B, Namami Gange is the right answer. The Namami Gange initiative, it was recognized during the 15th Conference of Parties to the Convention on Biodiversity in Montreal, Canada. Namami Gange initiative, it is for regenerating river Ganga. It was recognized as the top 10 world restoration flagship. Question number 7. Which is the first state to launch its dedicated climate change mission? Option A Kerala, option B Tamil Nadu, option C Telangana, option D Odisha. Here the right answer is option B, Tamil Nadu is the correct answer. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin launched the Tamil Nadu Climate Change Mission. Question number 8. NEP 2020 stated to establish a national repository of high quality resources on foundational literacy and numeracy on government digital platform. What is the name of the government digital platform? Option A NCRT, option B Diksha, option C Disha, option D Nishta. Here the right answer is option B, Diksha is the correct answer. A national repository of high quality resources on foundational literacy and numeracy will be made available on government's e-learning platform, that is Diksha. And Diksha stands for Digital Infrastructure for Knowledge Sharing. It is an initiative of the NCRT. Question number 9. The Rashtrapati Bhavan Gardens, popularly known as the Mughal Gardens, have been renamed on January 28, 2023. What is the new name of Mughal Garden? Option A Rashtrapati Udyan, option B Kartavya Udyan, option C Republic Udyan, option D Amrut Udyan. Here the right answer is option D, Amrut Udyan is the correct answer. Yes, in a significant development, Rashtrapati Bhavan on Saturday said that the Mughal Garden has been renamed as Amrut Udyan in order to mark the Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav. Question number 10. What is the Chat GPT? Option A search engine, option B social media platform, option C large language model developed by OpenAI, option D gaming console. Here the correct answer is option C, large language model developed by OpenAI. Yes, Chat GPT, it is a chatbot launched by OpenAI in November 2022. Question number 11. World Health Organization has launched global strategy to eradicate which disease by 2050? Question number option A tuberculosis, option B cervical cancer, option C measles, option D polio. The right answer is option B cervical cancer. The World Health Organization has launched global strategy to eradicate cervical cancer by 2050. The strategy aims to reduce over 40% of new cases and 5 million related deaths by 2050 through vaccination, screening and treatment. Question number 12. Which international forum has recognized access to a clean and healthy environment as a fundamental right? Option A UNFCCC, option B UNESCO, option C WHO, option D UN Health Rights Council. The right answer is option D. UN Human Rights Council. Option D UN Human Rights Council is the correct answer. The UN Human Rights Council has passed a resolution recognizing access to clean and healthy environment as a fundamental right. This is a milestone step to fight climate change. Question number 13. Which national park has become the first national park in India to be equipped with satellite phones? Option A Jim Corbett National Park. Option B Bandhavarga National Park. Option C Kaziranga National Park. Option D Sundarban National Park. Here the right answer is option C Kaziranga National Park. It is the first national park in India equipped with satellite phones. Kaziranga National Park has become the first national park in India to be equipped with satellite phones. Assam Chief Secretary Jishnu Barua handed over 10 satellite phones to the forest personnel, and the satellite phones will be used in pockets of the park's 6 ranges with no wireless or poor mobile connectivity. Question number 14. In which state the Kaliveli Lake is located? Option A Kerala, option B Maharashtra, option C Goa, option D Tamil Nadu. Yes, here the right answer is option D Tamil Nadu is the correct answer. Yes, the Kaliveli Lake, it is a coastal lake and a wetland situated in Villupuram district of Tamil Nadu. Question number 15. Who has been selected for the Padma Vibhushana in 2023 for his outstanding contribution to science and engineering? Option A Sri Srinivas Vardhan. Option B Sri Zakir Hussain. Option C Reena Devi. Option D Mrs. Sudha Murthy. Yes friends, this question is for you. You have to comment the answer in the comment box.
India recently held a high-level conference on renewable energy, along with which bloc? Option A SAARC, option B ASEAN, option C BRICS, option D G20. So India has recently held a high-level conference on renewable energy along with ASEAN. So option B is the right answer. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy MNRE and Ministry of External Affairs and ASEAN Center for Energy ACE, then Indonesia are jointly hosting ASEAN India High Level Conference on Renewable Energy, and this is being hosted in collaboration with TERI, the Energy and Resources Institute. So the theme for the conference is experience and innovations for integrated renewables market. So this is about the information of renewable energy. And friends, please remember this, and you have in the comment section you have to comment the full form of SAARC, BRICS, and also the nations which are included in G20. Question number 2. Which of the following organizations launched the Net Zero Carbon Cities Mission? Option A United Nations Environment Program, option B World Economic Forum, option C World Bank, option D United Nations Development Program. The right answer is option B World Economic Forum is the right answer. The World Economic Forum Net Zero Carbon Cities Mission, it is to create an enabling environment for clean electrification and also circularity, resulting in urban decarbonization and resilience. So this is about the information of Net Zero Carbon Cities Mission. So the right answer is option B World Economic Forum. Question number 3. Which state or union territory has recently launched a school health education plan called Student Health Card? Option A New Delhi, option B Jammu and Kashmir, option C Madhya Pradesh, option D Rajasthan. Here the right answer is option B Jammu and Kashmir is the correct answer.
The Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Girish Chandra Murmu, recently launched the Student Health Card in Jammu. And this scheme, it is a part of government school health education plan. It is going to ensure better health care for school children. And under this, all government schools will maintain health record of enrolled students. Question number 4. Which major tech company recently announced that it has planned to cut more than half of carbon emissions across its supply chain by 2030? Option A Google, option B Microsoft, option C Infosys, option D IBM. Yes, here the right answer is option B Microsoft is the correct answer. The chief executive of Microsoft Corporation, Satya Nadella, recently announced that the company has set a new ambition to address climate change and promised to remove carbon emissions the company has made. Microsoft has planned to cut more than half of carbon emissions across its supply chain by 2030. And also the company aims to remove the entire direct and indirect carbon emissions it had made since 1975 by 2050. Question number 5. Which state government has notified Kaveri South Wildlife Sanctuary? Option A Karnataka, option B Tamil Nadu, option C Telangana, option D Kerala. Here the right answer is option B Tamil Nadu is the right answer. The Tamil Nadu government has notified the Kaveri South Wildlife Sanctuary on 68,640 hectares as the state's 17th wildlife sanctuary. And the sanctuary is home to several species of mammals and birds and the smooth coated otters, martial crocodiles and four horned antelopes. Question number 6. The horticulture department of which state has proposed to set up a flower processing center? Option A Tamil Nadu, option B Uttar Pradesh, option C Haryana, option D Karnataka. Here the right answer is option D Karnataka. The horticulture department of Karnataka has collaborated with International Flower Auction Bangalore to set up flower processing center. And this center is going to aim to convert unsold flowers into value added and useful products like floral papers, incense sticks, flower petal powder, etc. Question number 7. Which state government formed a panel to frame the state education policy? Option A Kerala, option B Tamil Nadu, option C Odisha, option D West Bengal. The right answer is option B Tamil Nadu is the correct answer. The Tamil Nadu government recently formed a 13-member panel to frame the state education policy. And this panel is headed by the Delhi High Court retired Chief Justice D. Murugesan. Then the panel members include education experts, writer S. Ramakrishnan, former chess world champion Vishwanathan Anand, and musician T.M. Krishna. Question number 8. Where is the Institute of Veterinary Biological Products located? Option A Pune, option B Ahmedabad, option C Lucknow, option D Mysuru. Yes, the right answer is option A. Pune is the right answer. The government signed a pact with the Pune-based Institute of Veterinary Biological Products for commercial production of Lumpy Provac vaccine. Question number 9. Which institution topped the Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2023 in India? Option A IIT Madras, option B IISc Bangalore, option C IIT Kharagpur, option D IIT Bombay. Here the right answer is option B IISc Bangalore is the right answer. Times Higher Education Rankings 2023 has been announced. This year IISc Indian Institute of Science Bangalore has secured the top place among Indian universities. Question number 10. Asia's largest compressed biogas plant has been recently inaugurated in which state? Option A Rajasthan, option B Bihar, option C Punjab, option D Chhattisgarh. The right answer is option C Punjab. Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas Hardeep Singh Puri inaugurated Asia's largest compressed biogas plant in Punjab. Question number 11. Which institution launched the Education for India report? Option A IMF, option B WEF, option C World Bank, option D UNICEF. The right answer is option B WEF is the right answer. Students, we can comment the full form of IMF and UNICEF. As part of its Education for India initiative, the World Economic Forum has launched a new Education for India report. This report deliberates on how digital and other technologies can address learning gaps and make education accessible to all. Question number 12. Abhyudaya scheme is initiative of which state? Option A Madhya Pradesh, option B Karnataka, option C Uttar Pradesh, option C Bihar, option D Uttar Pradesh. The right answer is option D Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath inaugurated Abhyudaya scheme. It is going to aim to provide coaching facilities to the interested candidates for competitive exams like NEET and IIT JEE. This scheme would provide facilities similar to that of Kota and Prayagraj to those in the other parts of the state who are not able to avail those services. Question number 13. Which state is to conduct its first survey of the social and educational conditions of people from backward classes? Option A Haryana, option B Odisha, option C Madhya Pradesh, option D Maharashtra. The right answer is option B Odisha. The Odisha government will start the first state survey of social and educational conditions of people belonging to the backward classes from May 1st to May 20, 2021. Question number 14. What is the motto of Ahara Kranti mission? Option A good diet, good cognition. Option B healthy diet, safe India. Option C diet for a better India. Option D healthy child, rich India. Yes, the motto of Ahara Kranti mission is healthy child, rich India. The initiative Ahara Kranti will focus on addressing the problems of hunger and disease in abundance across India and the world. The initiative will shine a light on the richness and value of India's traditional diet, the miracles of local fruits and vegetables, and the healing powers of a balanced diet. And it involves Pravasi Bharati academic and scientific sampark, global Indian scientists and technocrats forum, then Vijnana Bharati and Vijnana Prasar. Question number 15. Which union ministry has launched the Eat Smart Cities Challenge and Transport for All Challenge? Option A Ministry of Home Affairs, option B Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, option C Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, option D Ministry of Women and Child Development. Yes friends, for this question you have to comment the answer in the comment box. This question I have given for you, so you need to comment the answer in the comment box. Global Shield, a climate fund, has been launched by which of the following group of nations at the 27th UN Climate Change Conference held in Egypt? Option A G7, option B ASEAN, option C BRICS, option D G20. Yes, here the right answer is option A G7 is the right answer. G7 nations launched a plan called Global Shield at the 27th United Nations Climate Change Conference on November 14, 2022. And G7 countries, there are 7 countries in this group: Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the United Kingdom and United States as well. European Union. Question number 2. Which state or union territory launched food processing program for development of clusters? Option A Gujarat, option B Bihar, option C Jammu and Kashmir, option D Telangana. The right answer is option C Jammu and Kashmir is the right answer. The Jammu and Kashmir government launched an ambitious project UT level food processing program for development of clusters for specific products of Jammu and Kashmir. It is a 879.75 crore initiative. It aims to maximize farmers' income and minimize the post-harvest losses. The project will focus on developing 17 districts in Jammu and Kashmir with establishment of processing and marketing infrastructure. Question number 3. Nothing like voting and I vote for sure is the theme of 13th National Voters Day. It was observed on which day? Option A 12 January, option B 25, option C 20 January, option D 15 January. Here the right answer is option B 25 January is the correct answer. Theme for this year on NVD is nothing like voting
I vote for sure. 13th National Voters Day was celebrated across the country today on January 25, 2023. So National Voters Day is celebrated on January 25 every year. And this year theme was nothing like voting. I vote for sure. Question number 4. Which state has won the UN Habitat's World Habitat Award 2023 for Jaga Mission? Option A Tripura, option B Punjab, option C Kerala, option D Odisha. The right answer is option D. Odisha is the right answer. Odisha won the UN Habitat World Habitat Awards 2023 for the state's 5 T such as transparency, technology, teamwork, time and transformation. Initiative Jaga Mission. Jaga Mission, it is a land ownership and slum upgradation program aimed at empowering the lives of slum dwellers. Question number 5. When has Global Family Day been celebrated? Option A 3rd January, option B 2nd January, option C 1st January, option D 4th January. Yes, the right answer is option C 1st January is the right answer. Global Family Day, it is celebrated on January 1st each year. Now, this day is celebrated to create a sense of unity, community, and brotherhood across the nations and cultures through the idea of families. Question number 6. Gindi National Park is located in which state? Option A Tamil Nadu, option B Uttar Pradesh, option C Haryana, option D Karnataka. The right answer is option A Tamil Nadu. Gindi National Park, it is a 2.70 square kilometer protected area of Tamil Nadu. It is located in Chennai. It is the 8th smallest national park of India. Question number 7. Which country has announced a ban on single-use plastic shopping bags from 2024? Option A USA, option B UAE, option C Singapore, option D China. Here the right answer is option B. UAE is the right answer. The United Arab Emirates announced a ban on single-use plastic shopping bags to take effect next year. The law would prohibit the import, production and circulation of such bags from January 1st, 2024. A similar ban would apply to plastic cups, plates and cutlery from January 1, 2026. Question number 8. Dware Sarkar scheme is a flagship initiative of which Indian state? Option A Uttar Pradesh, option B West Bengal, option C Odisha, option D Andhra Pradesh. Here the right answer is option B West Bengal. Yes, West Bengal's government's Dware Sarkar scheme. It is going to provide services at doorsteps of citizens. Question number 9. Savitri Bai Phule, India's first woman teacher, was from which state? Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala. The right answer is option B Maharashtra. Savitribai Phule was an Indian social reformer, educationist and poet from Maharashtra. Along with her husband Mahatma Jyotiba Phule in Maharashtra, she played an important and vital role in improving the women's rights in India. Question number 10. Kshira Bhagya scheme is implemented in which state? Option A Rajasthan, option B Bihar, option C Karnataka, option D Chhattisgarh. The right answer is option C Karnataka is the correct answer. The Kshira Bhagya scheme was launched on 1st August 2013 by the Karnataka state government. This scheme is implemented by Ministry of Education and Ministry of Women and Children in Karnataka. As part of this scheme, the government provides free milk to schools and Anganwadi children. Question number 11. Which company has commissioned a new green hydrogen plant in Gujarat? Option A ONGC, option B BAIL, option C L&T, option D BPCL. Here the right answer is option C L&T. Yes, L&T commissioned its first green hydrogen plant at its engineering complex in Hazira, Gujarat. Question number 12. Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav
has declared Ranipur Tiger Reserve as the dash Tiger Reserve of India? 52nd, 53rd, 54th, 55th. Yes, here the right answer is option D. 55th is the right answer. Sorry, here option B is the right answer. 53rd. Yes, by mistakenly I have written option D. The right answer is option B, 53rd. The Ranipur Tiger Reserve in Bundelkhand region is now Uttar Pradesh's fourth and India's 53rd Tiger Reserve. Question number 13. Where has the world's first hydrogen powered flying boat, the Jet Zero emission, been launched? Option A, Washington in USA. Option B, Dubai in UAE. Option C, Shanghai in China. Option D, Tokyo in Japan. The right answer is option B, Dubai in UAE. Yes, among vehicles that use clean fuels, the world's first hydrogen driven flying boat was unveiled at the Future Innovation Summit in Dubai. Question number 14. Which state will become the first state in India to develop one Sanskrit village in every district to promote Sanskrit language? Option A, Uttarakhand. Option B, Bihar. Option C, Himachal Pradesh. Option D, Kerala. Here the right answer is option here option A, Uttarakhand is the right answer. Yes, Uttarakhand is the first state in the country to launch an initiative on this scale to promote Sanskrit. There is only one Sanskrit speaking village in the state of Karnataka. Question number 15. Who will be awarded India's highest sports honor, Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award 2022? Option A, Sharat Kamal Achanta, table tennis. Option B, Nikant Zarin, boxing. Option C, Om Prakash Mitarwal, shooting. Option D, Avinash Mukund Savle, athletics. Yes, for Panchamrit term has given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he is related to option A, education sector. Option B, environment. Option C, industrial sector. Option D, all of the above. Panchamrit term, this term was given by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this is related to the environment sector. So here option B is the right answer. So here Panchamrit means 5 essential commitments announced by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, so called Panchamrit. It is including step plan for a greener India. These plans are massive opportunity for all the sectors and growth of the economy. Question number 2. What is the rank of India in the recent Climate Change Performance Index? Option A 136, option B 135, option C 150, option D 8. The rank of India in the recent Climate Change Performance Index, that is CCPI, is 8. Option D is the right answer. This Climate Change Performance Index, India has ranked 8th in the CCPI 2023. In 2022, India's ranking was 10th. The CCPI is going to look at the 4 categories with 14 indicators. One is CHG emissions, then renewable energy and energy use, and climate policy. Question number 3. Food Safety and Standards Authority of India is a statutory body established under which union ministry? Option A, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Option B, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Option C, Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Option D, Ministry of Agriculture and Family Welfare. Yes, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI, it is coming under the Ministry of Health, Family and Welfare. So option A is the right answer. Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, it is a statutory body established under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. FSSAI recently notified financial regulations, and according to FSSAI regulations 2023, it will maintain a Food Safety and Standards Authority of India fund, and this fund will include grants given to the food authority by central government. This will be annually audited by the Comptroller and Auditor General, CAG. Question number 4. National Health Claims Exchange has been proposed to be set up by which institutions? Option A, IRDAI NHA. Option B, IRDAI Niti Aayog. Option C, IRDAI with Ministry of Health.
Option D, IRDAI with Ministry of Finance. Here the right answer is option A, IRDAI with NHA. Yes, IRDAI and NHA, National Health Authority, are set to develop a national health claims exchange as digital platform to settle the health claims. And based on a presentation from NHA, Chairman IRDAI Debajish Panda has proposed to create a working group with representation from the industry. Question number 5. What is the theme of National Doctors Day 2022? Option A, doctors are guardians. Option B, family doctors on the front line. Option C, respect and dignity to doctors. Option D, insurance to doctors. The right answer is option B, family doctors on the front line. Every year National Doctors Day, it is observed on July 1st in the memory of Dr. Bidan Roy. He was the former Chief Minister of West Bengal since 1991. And the theme of 2022 was the National Doctors Day was family doctors on the front line. Question number 6. Which company launched Startup School India initiative? Option A, Microsoft. Option B, Google. Option C, Amazon. Option D, Meta. The right answer is option B, Google. Tech Major Google announced the launch of Startup School India (SSI) as part of Google for Startups initiative, and this platform under which Google will bring together investors, entrepreneurs, and programmers and provide opportunities to startups from small cities to interact and learn from them. Question number 7. Which is the first Indian renewable energy company to refinance dollar denominated bonds? Option A, Suzlon. Option B, Renew. Option C, Tata Power. Option D, Adani Renewables. Here the right answer is option B, Renew. Yes, Renew recently became the first Indian renewable energy company to refinance dollar denominated bonds. This refinancing has cut the INR interest cost of the bonds by 200 basis points. Question number 8. Road Transport and Highway Ministry announced to scrap all government vehicles older than how many years? Option A, 10. Option B, 15. Option C, 20. Option D, 25. Here the right answer is option B, 15 is the right answer. Union Road Transport and Highway Minister Nitin Gadkari announced from April 1st all government owned vehicles that are older than 15 years will be scrapped. Question number 9. Savitribai Phule, India's first woman teacher, was from which state? Option A, Tamil Nadu. Option B, Maharashtra. Option C, Andhra Pradesh. Option D, Kerala. The right answer is option B, Maharashtra. Savitribai Phule was an Indian social reformer, educationalist, and poet from Maharashtra. Along with her husband Mahatma Jyotiba Phule in Maharashtra, she played an important role in improving women's rights in India. Question number 10. Which Indian state launched She Auto Stands to provide safe transport to women and girl students? Option A, Kerala. Option B, Andhra Pradesh. Option C, New Delhi. Option D, Odisha. Friends, this question is for you. You have to comment the answer in the comment section.